Supreme Spawn Pool. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Josh Lill.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this presentation of NSAA High School Boys Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. As Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska is the site for this Class B quarterfinal between the 4-seeded Elkhorn Antlers and the 5-seeded Crete Cardinals. Again, thank you for tuning into the broadcast. I really appreciate it. I'm flying solo today, and I'm your host, Josh Lill. Again, shout out to Austin back in the studio. And today, the Antlers of Elkhorn look to win their 9th straight game, while Crete hopes to keep their season alive after losing 4 of their last 5. Starting it over to Elkhorn, they got to this spot today by defeating Gering on Tuesday, February 28th, 57-35 in the district championship. It was there that Ethan Youngtum put up 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a block. Yeah, that is one heck of a stat line. And then turn it over to Dylan Bertucci. 12 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. And keep in mind, Luke Howard, the guard, added 5 steals as well. Youngtum and Bertucci are shooting a combined 54% this year. They allow for the floor to be opened up because when you have somebody, first of all, you got to think about their height differential. Youngtum is 6'5", Bertucci, is 5'10". So that allows you to open up the floor. You have someone, first of all, in 6'5", the beauty of that height is that you can shoot it, you can post it, you can go mid-range. You're going to get to the line very easily, and for 5'10", it allows you to be quick. You can move off the ball screens and create a lot of action for yourself. Whereas at 6'5", depending on how mobile you are, you might be limited in that sense. But the height differential, it allows for all kinds of ball movement and different scoring capabilities. The Antlers are led by Nick Thompson and are assisted by Billy Berglund, Bobby Simpson, and Thomas Faber. For Crete, well, they got to this point after defeating Waverly 60-41 in their district title. But folks, don't go blind to the rest of their play this year. They ended the regular season on a 4-game losing skid. At times, this Crete offense has looked inconsistent and sparse. The Cardinals are led by Aiden McDowell, averaging 15 points and 3 rebounds, but that's really just about it in terms of what Crete is going to get out of their players on the offensive end. Now, a bonus to that, well, the scoring is going to be even on the bench and throughout the rest of the starters, but when you only have one person in double figures like that, it allows for the other team, Elkhorn in this instance, to really lock in on McDowell. And they say, hey, if we can lock him down and keep him under single digits and just play the normal defense that we do throughout the year, that is going to allow them to really limit the production on the offensive end for the Cardinals. So with McDowell being the only player, again, averaging double digits in points this year, you have Mason Crumless and Benjamin Ehlers. They've been a presence on the defensive side of the ball as well. They combined for 50 steals and 29 blocks on the year, so expect them to have active hands in the passing lanes and high hands down in the block. Again, earlier this year, Elkhorn and Crete matched up back on January the 21st, and it was Elkhorn winning 48-41, a relatively close game. Luke Howard had 13 points. Dylan Bertucci had 10 points, and Ethan Youngtum had a game-high 18 points. The thing to keep in mind is, Crete is seen as a dark horse in this bracket, and it's understandable to think that. But with Elkhorn, it might be more about the Antlers and the Skyhawks in a sense. For the rest of this bracket, some people see Crete as a possibility of getting to that next level and defeating Elkhorn. But whatever team comes out of this matchup, they're going to have to go up against Scott Catholic, who just played and had a pivotal 20-point win. Against Scott, one of the better defensive teams. They await a challenge for whoever is ahead. Tip-off set to come here shortly. Again, Crete in their red uniforms with white letters and numbers. Elkhorn in their white uniforms with red letters and numbers. Starters set to be announced here momentarily. Again, shout out to Austin back on the board in the Ticket studios. Again, you are listening to this presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Again, both teams approaching their benches. And the game clock has wind down, or the pregame clock has wind down. And both teams' lineups are set to be announced. We'll take a short 30-second break and be back with starting lineups here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in this Class B quarterfinal. Again, you are listening to high school boys basketball, the state tournament here in Nebraska on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Elkhorn starters set to be announced for Crete. Aiden McDowell, Javin Gardner, Heather Spitback, Mason Cumless, and Benjamin Ehlers are the starters for the Crete Cardinals. For Elkhorn, it's Luke Howard, Colin Comstock, Dylan Bertucci, Cole Peterson, and Ethan Youngtum. Again, Crete finished the regular season 18-6. Elkhorn went 18-7. So both teams, this is a very even matchup. And a lot of people see Crete as a dark horse here. Just looking at the lineups, Crete's a little bigger. They have a little more height, a little more muscle on their guys. But, Elkhorn might bring the speed here. Again, tip-off set to take place here. Again, coaches for both teams. For Elkhorn, we have Nick Thompson, again, assisted by Billy Berglund, Bobby Simpson, and Thomas Faber. For Crete, it's Tony Siski, Mark Sand, Todd Taravella, Max Hayes, and Trey Winkler. Great student sections for both schools. Crete well represented. They are hopping right now. And both schools with fantastic bands, to say the least, as well. It's been rocking in here since the end of the Scut game. Again, these two teams met back in January. Elkhorn took that one by 7. And Crete with a chance to give him a little payback here. It will be Ehlers and Peterson for the jump ball. Again, Crete wearing all red uniforms with white letters and numbers. Elkhorn in white jerseys with red letters and numbers. Crete going right to left. Elkhorn going left to right. And Elkhorn wins the tip. Here's Luke Howard. Luke Howard had 5 steals in their last win in their district title. Here comes Howard. Howard defended by Gardner. Howard double teamed. Howard over to Youngtum. Youngtum on the key. On the left wing, on the right side. Has to bring it out. Nothing there. Luke Howard defended by a way bigger jab in Gardner. And Howard throws that one away. And that's exactly how Crete wants to start this one. Howard was looking for a feed low inside, but he put the ball way too high for Colin Comstock to retrieve it. Comstock only standing 6'2", and that ball was set up for an 8-footer. Crete bringing the ball up the court. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers pump fakes, looks back on the left wing. Over to Gardner. Gardner driving, jump stops, fakes over to Peterson. He has fit back coming out for help. Here's Ehlers for 3. Ben Ehlers gets this one started. It's a 3-0 lead for Crete. Off to a quick start. Howard nearly turns it over, coming over to the near side over to Colin Comstock. Comstock fakes right, jab steps, goes left over to Howard. Howard, nothing there as they're playing more of his own for Crete. Crete feeds it up. Here's the breakaway for Gardner. Gardner goes up and has that one. It looked to be a block, but Peterson goes up for the hard foul and goes over, shows some sportsmanship, and helps Gardner up there. Peterson with his first foul on the day. First foul of the game goes to Elkhorn. It's a 3-0 lead with 6:57 left to go here in the first quarter. Jebin Gardner's first free throw attempt off the left side of the iron and no good. Shakes his head thinking, you know what? I probably should have had that. Ehlers and spit back, assure him that it's okay. Here's the second free throw for Gardner. Off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson gets it over to Howard. Here's Howard. Howard defended by Gardner. Howard standing 5'10". Gardner a little bigger at 6'6", the sophomore. Here's Howard. Howard over to the left side. He's double teamed over to the top of the key. Here's a 3-point attempt for Youngtum. He got it. 3-point attempt for Ethan Youngtum, ties it at 3-3. This one's off to a good start. Here's Gardner working his way into the elbow, working his way off the backboard. No good and rebounded by Youngtum. Youngtum pushing tempo over to Luke Howard. Here's Luke Howard at the top of the key, going into the paint at the right elbow. Kicks it out over to Comstock. Comstock driving, has Howard on the help side if he wants him. Youngtum for 3, and that one caught nothing but air. But the extra hustle play on the play by Dylan Bertucci. He's able to play it off the defender, and now Crete Elkhorn, retains possession. Inbounds play coming for Dylan Bertucci. Possibly. Here's Bertucci out back safely. He ends up getting the ball from Peterson. Here's Bertucci. No look pass inside. Here's Youngtum. Muscles it through 2 defenders. He has 5 points. All Elkhorn Antlers points. 5-3. 5:58 left to play here in the first quarter. McDowell quick to move the ball up the court. Here's Gardner on the left wing on the near side. Working his way to left elbow inside the paint. Jump stops, fakes left, loses the ball, nearly stripped away, and it is taken away by Cole Peterson. Gets it over to Luke Howard. Here's Luke Howard over the timeline. Finds out over to Colin Comstock. Comstock has to float it way over the head of the 6'6" Gardner over to Luke Howard. Howard on the right wing, directing traffic, bounce pass inside to Youngtum. The lefty again. Is he feeling it? That one's off the side of the rim. He shot most of the shots for Elkhorn. That one rebounded by Mason Crumless. Crumless over to Gardner. Over to McDowell. McDowell feeds spit back inside. Nearly has it blocked away by Peterson, but Peterson reached way over his head. And that one will go against Cole Peterson, his second foul, the team's second foul. Checking in for Elkhorn is Charlie Lamsky. Lamsky standing 6'4", hoping to add some size, and cutting to the basket is Aiden McDowell. Assist by Crumless. Here's Howard bringing the ball up over the tie line on the right wing on the near right side. Pumps fakes. Gardner right there for the play. Here's Bertucci. Bertucci double teamed into the back right corner over to Youngtum. And Youngtum has that nearly stripped away, and he has had the ball in his hands for most of the quarter. 5-5 with 4:56 left to play in the first quarter. Elkhorn going left to right, Crete going right to left. Inbounds play for Howard. Flips it way back to Dylan Bertucci. Bertucci over to Comstock. Comstock floats that one inside to Youngtum, and he was not able to get it with one hand as that spun off the edge of his hand, and Crete forces the turnover. There's Crete with the ball. Aiden McDowell taking his time, bringing it up. 4:45 left to go here in the first quarter. 5-5 ball game. Hands it over to Ehlers. Ehlers over to Gardner. Gardner inside. A beautiful cutting pass to Dowell. McDowell misses it. Rebounded on the play. That's Cameron Spitback. That's the team's third foul. That's the first against Ethan Youngtum. And Cameron Spitback goes right into the heart of that defense and nails that free throw. Crete leads 6-5. Only standing 6'3". Able to get the rebounding edge there. The second free throw is up off the front of the iron and no good. Rebounded on the play by Charlie Lamsky. Lamsky with his first touch of the ball on the game. Howard calling for a screen on the near right side. Gardner with the near deflection. Over to Bertucci. Has to feed it between. They're playing a 1-3-1. This is going to force Elkhorn to shoot the three. And if they can, they will have success. But if they cannot shoot the three, there's no shot they are going to get inside. It's going to take excellent ball movement to be able to do that. You have to get him running around the ring. Here's the 3-4. Howard got it. Luke Howard with a three, and Elkhorn jumps back in front 8-6 with 3:58 left to go here in the first quarter. And that's what it takes with a 1-3-1 defense. You have to pass it across the court as Crete has an unforced turnover by Ben Ehlers. Substitution for Crete. Just as Gardner checking in for Crete. Two unforced turnovers for each side as Luke Howard takes this one up. Howard in some bright neon green shoes as he's defended by Jabin Gardner. Finds it into the corner over to Comstock. Comstock finds it inside. Lamsky, no good. And that one's rebounded by Gardner. Justice Gardner, to be more specific. Jabin Gardner pushing the tempo up to Mason Crumless. Crumless with a red headband on as well. Finds a cutting Cardinal, and that cutting Cardinal gets it to go on the play. With the bucket is Drew Henning. And Drew Henning with great ball movement comes from one elbow to the other and is able to put that one home. Here's the shot attempt, the three-point attempt from Howard. It's rebounded on the play by Lamsky. Kicks it back out for three. That one no good off the hands of Comstock and rebounded by Drew Henning. But a foul here. Nope, just out of bounds. Here's Howard. Howard back out to Comstock. Comstock over to Lamsky at the top of the key, working his way over to the left wing. Dribble handoff over to Luke Howard. Luke Howard has that nearly stripped away, and it's a foul against Crete. And Crete was ready to run on that fast break. Drew Henning with, after getting a quick bucket, gets his first foul. 8-8 is the score with 3 minutes to go. And falling down on the play was Charlie Lamsky. Crete with a wide open breakaway. Jabin Gardner with a 1-2 advantage. Finds a spitting and cutting Mason Crumless. He misses that rebound. Or Charlie Lamsky with the rebound on the missed shot from Crumless. It's pushed up the floor. Here's Luke Howard. Luke Howard over on the corner to Bertucci. Bertucci working his way at the right elbow. That one's deflected up and stolen away by Crete. The steal by Aiden McDowell. And he nearly throws that one away, but it's tipped by Luke Howard. Substitutions coming for Crete. Trace Agee checking into the game for Crete. Checking in for Elkhorn, Nathan Roberts. And both teams are willing to push the tempo. They've even risked a couple turnovers at times. As Trace Agee with a bit of ball movement on the right elbow. Gardner to Gardner. At the top of the left wing, the three. Good! Trace Agee with an immediate impact. Got it. And Howard's pushing tempo over to Comstock. Comstock driving into the paint. Has a cutting Lamsky, and Lamsky misses that one. It's rebounded by Agee. He finds his teammate up the floor, and Aiden McDowell with great rim running presence. And just like that, Crete has a 13-8 lead with 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. That's a 30-second timeout, and we will keep it here. Now, no team looked to be in clear possession while the score was about 6-6, 8-6, 8-8. But all of a sudden, Crete goes on a 5-0 run, courtesy of Trace Agee and Aiden McDowell. Drew Henning also coming in off the bench. And that is going to be the key for Crete. How much presence can their bench have? It's important, especially since Crete, the best shot maker on the team, is averaging 15 points a game. You have to be able to take advantage of all the opportunities that you have. Aiden McDowell averaging 15 a game, Jevin Gardner having 10. If they are able to level out the scoring, this is going to make for an interesting game. Again, there's two double-digit scoring leaders for Elkhorn and Colin Comstock and Ethan Youngtum. Comstock has yet to get involved on the scoring end. Howard nearly throws it away, and Drew Henning got a little aggressive there. The foul there, drawn by Ethan Youngtum. What happened there was Luke Howard's on the near right side. He throws it cross court, basically even to Ethan Youngtum, and Drew Henning comes in a little hot, like a bullet out of a cannon, and just collides a little too much with Ethan Youngtum. Howard with 2:03 left to go, 13-8 lead for Crete. 2 minutes exactly left to go here. Here's Comstock. Comstock, one of the leading scorers, has yet to get involved. He has the ball on the right wing. Pump fakes. This 1-3-1 defense is forcing them to play a little uncomfortably. Youngtum driving, and a foul on the floor. Youngtum draws it there. Foul there. Here's Elkhorn. Comstock with the ball. A three-point attempt. Got it! Nothing but net. Comstock gets on the board. He must have heard me. It's an 11-13 deficit for Elkhorn. Crete leads with just about a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Driving, gliding, McDowell, no good. Rebounded by Nate Roberts. Roberts pushing the tempo up to Comstock. Comstock with a little nifty move behind the back. The floater, got it. Woo! What a doozy of a move by Comstock. Fakes right behind the back, goes left and makes it float. Crete working his way up the court. Pushing. Trapped in the corner. Crowd wanted a 5-second call. Here's Howard. And Charlie Lamsky got a little too aggressive, but it's actually Lamsky drawing the foul. Foul against Ben Ehlers. Ehlers leaned that shoulder into Charlie Lamsky, and that forced Lamsky to go flying. And, your initial thought is it's on the defense, but Lamsky held his ground, did not initiate the contact as Ehlers did, and that forces the turnover. Kincaid Matthews in for Crete has one foul on the day. It's over the middle. McDowell looking inside to Roberts, and a foul against Crete. On the feed into Nate Roberts. Again, that's what you're seeing a lot. Foul against Ben Ehlers. That's his second. Goes inside, driving, and it's a travel against Charlie Lamsky. Again, that's something you see a lot in high school basketball. When the size disadvantage is present, you're going to reach over that bigger player, and that's where somebody like Nate Roberts can really come in hand, standing at 6'5" for Elkhorn. You use that to your advantage. Get to the line, make some plays off of it. Again, no shot clock here. 34 seconds and counting. 13-13 is the score in this ball game between Elkhorn and Crete in this Class B semifinal. Crete holding here. Ehlers with the ball. Crowd in much disapproval. I think they're voicing for a shot clock next season. Here's Ehlers on the move. Over to Agee. Agee fakes right, goes left, finds Gardner. Gardner back to Ehlers. Cutting is McDowell. McDowell 4-3 at the end of the quarter, nearly off the backboard. He wanted a foul call. Pushing the tempo. Here's Lamsky. Lamsky cuts it inside. 1 second to go. Here's the shot attempt. And it would have been good if he had a chance to make it. But at that point, it's a 13-13 ball game heading into the second quarter. Elkhorn and Crete are tied. Again, you are listening to this presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
13-13 is the score here in the second quarter in this Class B semifinal in the NSAA High School Boys State Championships. Again, I'm Josh Little here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Elkhorn and Crete are knotted here, and Crete comes into this matchup 18-6. Elkhorn comes in at 18-7. Elkhorn winning the previous match earlier this year. And Crete looks like the better team right now. They really do. They're moving the ball a lot better. They're shooting a better percentage, and their rebounding is a lot better. They also have had active hands on the defensive side of the ball, forcing more turnovers. Can Elkhorn match that level of intensity on the defensive end? Stay tuned to find out. 7:50 left here in the second quarter. Ball working its way up at the top of the key. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers pumps fakes, drives hard right, and gets that one to go. Elkhorn bringing the ball up. Substitution here. Dylan Bertucci back in. Defended by Jevin Gardner. Gardner for him right. Again, still running the 1-3-1 with Gardner up at the top of the key. Nearly forces that one over. Ehlers nearly had a tip. Here's Ethan Youngtum. Youngtum over to Comstock. Comstock over to Bertucci. Down low to Roberts. Roberts backing down his defender. His defender had the better position there. In the corner to Youngtum for three. Off the back of the rim and high up and grabbed by Ehlers. Ehlers running over the timeline. Gets it over top of the arc. Here's McDowell. McDowell going left. Hesitates. Top of the key. Over to Gardner. And Gardner driving. There's an offensive foul against Aiden McDowell for a moving screen. McDowell had the ball at the top of the key. Passed it off to Gardner. Moved to his right. But he kept moving in that process. Which, well, you can't do. 15-13 is the score. 6:56 left here in the second quarter. A very, very slow rolling pass from Bertucci over to Comstock. Comstock wide open on the near right side. Jab steps, fakes inside, throws it over to Roberts, and that one's turned over. Running is Spitback. Spitback creating the play. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers finds Gardner. Gardner forces the pump fake, gets his own rebound, and misses there. That's 2 rebounds. Hey, 3 times the charm for Javin Gardner. Hey, he'll take 3 points and 2 rebounds off that sequence. Or 2 points, 2 rebounds off that sequence. Here's Youngtum at the left elbow. Pump fakes into the corner. It goes to Roberts for 3. That one hard. In and out. Ball on the floor. Down on the ground. And it is they will call it a jump ball. And that one stays with Elkhorn. Justice Gardner checking in for Crete. Luke Howard back in for Elkhorn. Nate Roberts checking out for Elkhorn. Ben Ehlers coming out for Crete. Again, this 1-3-1 has forced Elkhorn to shoot the ball, but with Javin Gardner at the top of the point here, his defense has been spectacular. You have to have the fastest player at the top, and he's there every time, smothering any chance of hope for a shot. It works its way into the corner. Here's Luke Howard driving baseline, kicks it back out to Bertucci. Bertucci thought about a 3. Has to look left, rounds it back out to the top of the key. Comstock gets through 2 defenders, gets by 3, spinning. And he traveled on the play. The Elkhorn faithful in the crowd thought he kept that right foot down, but Crete is content with it moving. McDowell bringing the ball up. 5:48 left to play here in the second quarter. 17-13 the score here. Cardinals lead the Antlers. Fun fact, I have never heard the Antlers be a nickname for a high school team, but hey, there's always time for something new. Javin Gardner gets the feed on the inside, and that one's rebounded by Comstock. Comstock up at the top of the key, hesitates, finds Howard on a bit of a no-look sidestep pass. Here's Gardner on the breakaway. Houses it! Gardner with the slam. Howard pushing the tempo. Gardner takes it away again. Oh, back-to-back possibility for a dunks. Misses the wide open layup. And the easy rebounded by Kenner Spitback. Spitback has 3 points on the day. Timeout for Elkhorn. Crete is rolling. And it's a full timeout on the play. And with that, we will go to break. 21-13 is the score. With 5:11 left to play here in the second quarter, you are listening to high school boys basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Two quick turnovers forced by Crete, jabbing Gardner. Kenner Spitback capitalizing on those opportunities. They extend their lead with 5:07 left to go here in the half to 21-13. Howard has to stop. The trap has been stellar. It goes back to Howard on the near right wing. Howard sidesteps, picks up his dribble, double teamed, inside, finds Roberts. Roberts finds Youngtum. Youngtum driving, falls to the floor, and that one's a travel as the defense was straight up there, and Youngtum just simply lost his footing is what it looks like. And another turnover forced for Crete. Cole Peterson checking back in for Elkhorn. Now a full court press for Elkhorn. It's a 2-2-1 with Bertucci and Howard up at the top, the two fastest players. McDowell gets it across the timeline. And a wide open 3 for Eggy. Off the side of the rim and no good. Justice Gardner nearly with the rebound to save it. And it was last touched by Dylan Bertucci. And with 4:35 left to go here in the second quarter, Crete still leads 21-13 on the inbounds play. Justice Gardner to take it here. Gardner just to our left. And get a front row seat for this one. Over to Trace Eggy. Eggy defended by Howard. Over to Justice Gardner on the near left side, defended by Cole Peterson. Cole Peterson still defending, kicks it over to Trace Eggy at the top of the key. Eggy over to Ehlers. Has McDowell moving on the motion, we can say. Over to Ehlers. Ehlers over to Eggy. Eggy catches at the top of the key, drives, left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded initially by Youngtum, and a foul against Crete. This one goes against Ben Ehlers. Second foul against Ben Ehlers. Ehlers checking out of the game. Ethan Youngtum at the line. It's a singular bonus for Elkhorn anytime they go to the free throw line, as Crete has 17 fouls. Here's Youngtum. Gets that one to go. Youngtum on the year shooting a near 70% from the free throw line. Shoots 25% from the field, but get him to the line and you're in trouble. Well, he's in trouble there. He goes 1 for 2. 21-14 with 4:12 left to play here. A beautiful feed by Gardner up to McDowell, and McDowell gets that one to go. It could have been an and one, and it is. He's screaming. He's pumping his fist and yelling. Wow. Hey, the finish was just as good as the pass. The pass might have been better as it was served on a silver platter, and it had all the items on it. Jabbing Gardner, that is when you can sense the high IQ of a basketball player. Jabbing Gardner gets that rebound. In the second it's in his hands, he looks up down the floor and sees Aiden McDowell cutting on the near left side, and McDowell takes the contact and musters that one home. And musters that free throw home, too, as it took a little bit of a kind bounce off the front of the rim. 4:06 left to play here in the second quarter, 24-14. Crete leads Elkhorn. Here goes Colin Comstock. Comstock over to Bertucci on the left wing. Bertucci double teamed, as that 1-3-1 will do. Comstock steps inside on the pump fake. Over to Howard in the corner. Howard double teamed in the corner, nearly triple teamed, and nearly throws it away to the hands of Jevin Gardner. Comstock defended by Gardner and McDowell. It goes inside, the ball bouncing around like a pinball, recovered by Nate Roberts, puts that one up and in, but the foul on the floor against, it should be, Kenner's Fitback. And they're actually going to go that one against Mason Cumless. That's his first personal foul. That one good for Roberts. (24-15). Roberts, that's his first point on the afternoon. Looking to go 2 for 2 and keeping this in a single-digit deficit. And that one off the front of the iron and no good. Rebounded by Gardner. Justice Gardner over to Jabbit Gardner. Pushed up ahead to Crumless. Crumless back over to Jabbit Gardner. Gardner driving to the left side. Fights through the defense and gets that one to go. He got by 1 defender. He got by 2 defenders. And with the silky finish with his left hand. Here's Luke Howard. Luke Howard calling for a screen. He's on the far right side. Has to go over to the near right side, over to Dylan Bertucci. Bertucci driving. Between 2 defenders, kicks it out over to Howard. Into the corner over to Comstock. Comstock, cross-court pass. Finds a wide open Bertucci. He probably should have taken that 3, and he hesitated. Over to Howard. Howard with those bright neon green shoes. Kicks it back over to Bertucci. Bertucci into the paint at the free throw line. Stops it, pops over to Howard. Pump fake, stops it, pops again. Here's Bertucci for 3. That one off the side of the rim and no good. Attempted rebounded by Peterson, and Peterson keeps it in. And Ehlers also got a hand on that as well. Both players nearly colliding on the tables courtside for the media. Bertucci inbounds it over to Luke Howard. Helping up at the paint is Fitback and Jabbit Gardner. He has 2 defenders right on him, and you never know. It's like lions waiting to pounce on prey. You never know when they are ready to come at you with the double team, but you have to be ready at any moment, or it's going to be an easy give me a turnover and ending up in an easy breakaway. Pump faking is Comstock, throws it way up high, and Luke Howard has to go up and get it, standing only 5'10". Howard double teamed again. Cross-court pass over to Comstock. 2.5 minutes to go and nothing to show for it, but a bang 3, cha-ching! The bank is open on Thursday afternoons. And Colin Comstock with the 3 gets it to 26-18. The foul against Elkhorn there. Team foul number 5, first for Dylan Bertucci. Bertucci has 1, Peterson has 2, Ethan Youngtum has 2. Here's Jevin Gardner with 2:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Dribble handoff over to McDowell on the left wing. McDowell working his way over to the top of the key, picks up his dribble over to Jevin Gardner. Jevin Gardner on the left wing into the corner over to Spitback. Spitback has that one nearly taken away by Howard. Howard has a knack for stealing it, but you know what? The extra hustle play keeps it alive. A 3-point field goal for Justice Gardner. How about that extra hustle play from Mason Crumless? Crumless kept that play alive after Howard nearly had the steal and a foul against Elkhorn. This is the team's 6th foul. It is the 3rd against Cole Peterson, and Cole Peterson provides a lot of height on this team. You would hate to lose him if you're Elkhorn in this sense. 1:48 left to go here. 29-18 the score. Again, that play all made possible by Mason Crumless getting on the floor, getting it over to Aiden McDowell after the ball was loose, and he found Justice Gardner. Justice Gardner, beautiful inside pass over to Aiden McDowell, and you know what? He returns the favor there. He said, you gave me a 3, I'll give you a 2. Aiden McDowell with 9 points on the afternoon. Crete up 31-18 with 1:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Luke Howard, double team. And that one nearly tipped away by Kenner's Fitback. There for the recovery is Gardner. That 3, no good by Ethan Youngtum. It's off the back of the iron and no good. Rebounded by Dylan Bertucci as he stripped it away from Crete, and a foul against Crete. A loose ball foul, I believe, will go against Mason Crumless. Mason Crumless with the foul on the play. Was a loose ball foul. 1-1 at the line for Dylan Bertucci. and the Elkhorn Antlers. That one, that barely sneaked in there for Bertucci. It looked to go awry to the right side, and the ball took a beautiful spin and landed inside. 31-19 the score with 1:08 left to play here in the first half. Here's Bertucci's second free throw attempt. The spin, the fire, the shot. It's good as gold. 2 points for Bertucci. And here's Crete. Crete led by Aiden McDowell at the point. Defended by Bertucci, picked up closely. Here's Jevin Gardner. Jevin Gardner over to Kenner Svitback. Svitback at the top of the key over to Jevin Gardner on the right wing. Finds a cutting McDowell. McDowell cutting left side. Takes a bit of contact off of Luke Howard. Luke Howard playing still strong defense over to Kenner Svitback. Svitback over to Eggy. Eggy over to Justice Gardner. Justice Gardner with a jab step driving hard right. Gets by two defenders and muscles that one through. Law and order for Justice Gardner. Powers that one through the paint. 33-20 to go here. 30 seconds. Again, there's no shot clock in Class B. Luke Howard and Colin Comstock. Comstock with a deep three. Cowabunga from NBA range. And that's his third three on the day. 3-23 the score here. 13 seconds and counting for Crete. Here's Jevin Gardner. Jevin Gardner looked for Justice. Into the corner it goes. Svitback driving baseline. Finds Justice Gardner. Out back had a loose ball. Gets the handle. And gets that one to go. It's a buzzer beater. And Crete returns the three from Colin Comstock with Justice Gardner. Hitting another one. He ends this half with 8 points. Court's in session for Justice Gardner. And just like that, it's a 36-23 lead heading into the locker room. Crete leads Elkhorn. Wow. What a sequence of events as both teams trade threes. And with that, we will take a short break before our halftime recap. Again, Crete leads Elkhorn 36-23 as we are at halftime, and you are listening to high school boys basketball, the NSAA state championships, the Class B quarterfinal on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Spring is here. Time to make your backyard a vacation spot all year long. Above grounds as low as $27 per month. Stealth semi in-ground pools starting at $99.99. Cash and carry hot tubs like Celtic and Pure Spa as low as $43 per month with approved credit. Luxury spas from Bullfrog, Willis, and Stealth starting at $73.99. In-grounds from $39.99. Spring is here. Supreme Spa and Pool.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's MOSAICINFO.org.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
An exhilarating game so far in this Class B quarterfinal in the NSAA High School Boys State Championships here, live from Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Again, you are listening to this presentation of high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. A quick recap, Crete, the 5 seed, is leading Elkhorn, the 4 seed, 36-23 at halftime. And the bottom line is, they say when you run a 1-3-1 or you play a 2-3 zone on defense, a lot of people like to say, well, that means you can't play defense. Well, Crete is holding Elkhorn to 23 points in the first half, playing a 1-3-1 defense. They have constantly forced Luke Howard and Colin Comstock to pass the ball cross court. They forced turnovers in that sense, and they've limited the feeds inside to Ethan Youngtum and Dylan Bertucci. Now, the question is, can Crete keep up that play? Because at the point, it's led by Aiden McDowell and Javin Gardner on the defensive end. They've had a couple of steals each and deflections as well. But defense, they're doing a great job, but the offense is just as good. Javin Gardner with 6 points on the afternoon. Aiden McDowell with 9 points to add to that. So the bottom line is the guards are doing all the work for either team today. And can Crete keep up not only this defensive stranglehold that they have on Elkhorn, but can the offense stay true and consistent? Again, we'll be back shortly. Again, that was your quick halftime recap here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You are listening to high school boys state basketball. Crete leads Elkhorn 36-23.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Spring is here. Time to make your backyard a vacation spot all year long. Above grounds as low as $27 per month. Stone semi in-ground pool starting at $99.99. Cash and carry hot tubs like Celtic and Pure Spa as low as $43 per month with approved credit. Luxury spas from Bullfrog, Welles, and Stone starting at $73.99. In-grounds from $39.99. Spring is here.
Supreme Spa and Pool. Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Second half action set to be underway here in Lincoln, Nebraska in this Class B quarterfinal matchup between the Crete Cardinals and the Elkhorn Antlers. Again, I'm Josh Lill here with the call on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Again, shout out to Austin Orman in the studio for making this all possible. Crete leads 36-23. And really, as I just mentioned, their defense has been just as good, if not better, than their offense. They're shooting the ball at a phenomenal rate, and they're defending as well. Multiple steals had led to points off turnovers. And if there's two stats that are the biggest, most impactful in basketball, it's points off turnovers and it's second chance points. And I'll tell you this, Crete has done just that. There was a sequence where Jabin Gardner had 2 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, and eventually on the third try got a bucket to go. They do, I feel, have the physicality advantage. Elkhorn might be a little taller, but you can see the strength for Crete. They just look more physical and willing to do a little more dirty work on the defensive end. For Elkhorn, can they break this 1-3-1 defense? They have not shot the ball well. And again, this 1-3-1 defense, it's going to limit the production of Ethan Youngtum. And Cole Peterson's in foul trouble with 3 fouls. How can they do that? Well, throwing the ball across court has cost them a lot of turnovers in that first half. So you have to be a little more careful there, as Aiden McDowell and Jabin Gardner have been like sharks in bloody water trying to take that ball away. Again, Ethan Youngtum, the second leading scorer in Class B for the state championships, averaging 17 points, 17.1 points per game and 6.7 rebounds per game. A lot of people were wondering, if this was just really about Elkhorn getting to play the Skyhawks of Omaha Catholic. I don't know if a lot of people really gave a lot of insight to Crete. Crete is a dark horse, not just in this game, but they might be a dark horse in this class with the way they are playing today. Can they continue it? In 8 seconds, we will find out. Second half play. Ready to resume, both teams in their final huddles. And both teams running with their starters for Crete. It's Aiden McDowell, Jabin Gardner, Kenner Svitback, Mason Crumless, and Ben Ehlers. Waiting for Elkhorn to leave their team huddle. Crete's ready to go. They have the ball. Kenner Svitback set to inbound it. Elkhorn rolling with their starters, Luke Howard, Colin Comstack, Dylan Bertucci, Cole Peterson, and Ethan Youngtum. And here we go. Here's Aiden McDowell bringing the ball up. Elkhorn in a man-to-man defense. He finds it over to Mason Crumless. Crumless on the left wing, looks into the left corner. Finds Aiden McDowell. McDowell takes the quick handoff from Crumless. Back to Crumless in the back right corner. Up ahead over to Ehlers. Ehlers looking over to McDowell. McDowell over to Spitback. Spitback back over to Jabin Gardner. Jabin Gardner driving hard to the left side. He's been very successful there. Spins around. Had a good opportunity. Kicks it back out to Crumless. Crumless thought about the three. Hesitated. Shoots that one off. And it's short off the near right side of the rim. Rebounded on the play by Comstock. Comstock over to Luke Howard. Luke Howard gets through. And they moved Kenner Spitback up to the top of the point. That seems to be working well as it's nearly turned over. Comstock didn't or barely kept his foot in. Here's Luke Howard. Howard back over to Bertucci. Bertucci finds it low inside. And Ethan Youngtum was not able to keep it in there. A little bit of a Butterfingers moment. And here's Crete with the basketball. 36-23 with 7:08 left to go here in the third quarter. Bringing it up is Aiden McDowell. McDowell with 9 points in the first half. McDowell defended by Bertucci. Over to Jebin Gardner. Jebin Gardner over to Spitback. Spitback going to his right at the right wing. Stops, pops, looks left over to Ehlers. Ehlers on the left wing. Finds a cutting Crumless. Crumless nearly stepped out of bounds, but he actually draws the foul. It's a push foul against Elkhorn's Colin Comstock. That's his first personal foul. The inbounds pass thrown high to Jebin Gardner. And Gardner, it looked like it would be an alley-oop at first, but he came down strong, went back up, and gets that one up. He has 8 points on the afternoon. Howard defended heavily over to Comstock. Comstock throws it back to Howard. It's a very hot potato-like action. Howard jumps out at the elbow. Comstock thought about a three. A nice swift move to the left. Nearly has it taken away. Bertucci there for the recovery. Bertucci overshoots that way wide. Peterson falls to the ground. Bodies left and right falling. That one off Bertucci diving to keep it in. And the extra efforts of Aiden McDowell helped to force that one off of Elkhorn. And it's Crete basketball. 6:18 left to go here in the third quarter. 38-23 the score here. Bringing it up is Ben Ehlers. Ehlers right over the Huskers logo. Defended by Youngtum. Over to Jebin Gardner on the right wing. Back at the top of the key over to Spitback. Spitback has that one taken away by Luke Howard. Luke Howard, it's a one-on-one opportunity with the size disadvantage. Draws the foul. Spitback thought he was straight up. That's his first foul on the afternoon. Howard heads to the line for 2 free throws. Howard on the year shooting 24% from the free throw line. Baby chance coming from the Crete student section as Howard misses that first free throw attempt with 6 minutes exactly left to go here in the third quarter. But he gets that one to go. Howard with 4 points on the afternoon. Here comes Crete. Ehlers. Ehlers defended by Youngtum. Over on the right wing, it goes to Jebin Gardner. Jebin Gardner over to Aiden McDowell. McDowell back over to Crumless. In the corner, that's Ehlers for three. In and out. Crumless nearly with the offensive rebound, crashing his fit back on the floor. And I don't think he meant to shove that ball out of bounds, but it ended up going off the leg of Luke Howard. And Crete catches a break with 5:43 left to go. They retain possession. A very unexpected turn of events. Inbounds play over to Ehlers. Ehlers on the right wing. Looking for a screen from Crumless, but just hands it off to him in the corner. Spitback with the size advantage on Howard down low in the paint, but driving is Jabin Gardner. No good. Offensive rebound on the play by Aiden McDowell. McDowell with his first rebound and gets that second chance point. He has 11 points. Here's Gardner. Gardner and Spitback up top. Force it into the corner over to Comstock. Comstock back over to Howard. Howard defended by the 6'6" Jabin Gardner. Howard standing 5'10". Howard over to Comstock. Comstock, mid-range shot. Nearly lost the handle, takes the foul and the contact off the wrist. Aiden McDowell, he didn't like the foul, and then he kind of understood as he didn't give Comstock a clean chance in the air to shoot it, and Comstock's grip on the ball loosened as well as the contact was made, as it would if you're getting hit on the wrist while shooting a shot. Now, I will say this about Colin Comstock. He's had a lot of opportunities from three to shoot the ball. For someone averaging 11 points per game, you think the three ball is part of his game. I'd like to see him take a little more of a chance from the three-point line when he has that look, because the looks are not going to come often as he misses that second free throw there, rebounded by Svitvak. Elkhorn is going to need all the chances possible at the three-point line. And to stay in this one, they trail 40-25 with 5 minutes exactly left here in the third. Driving hard left is Crumless. Crumless spins, keeps control of the ball, has the offensive rebound. Crumless with the aggressive play, kicks it back out and draws the foul against Elkhorn. This one against Colin Comstick. That's his second foul. Inbounds pass by Svitvak. Back up to McDowell. Nearly with the takeaway was Dylan Bertucci, and Dylan Bertucci was right there. See, McDowell's back was turned to us, so that would be the near side of the court. And he didn't see Bertucci coming as his head was looking a little more back for possible security in the backcourt. And Bertucci was ready to come snatch that one away. Nothing to it. Here's Ben Ehlers at the right wing, over to the left wing at the top of the key. Ehlers driving, and he traveled, and he took an extra step before he put that ball on the ground. And even with that layup for fun, Cole Peterson went up and blocked it and said, yeah, I'm not allowing that to happen. 4:40 left to go here in the third quarter. 40-25 is the score. Crete leads Elkhorn here. Again, a little bit of a jersey update. It still remains the same. No surprise here. Crete in their red uniforms with white letters and numbers. Elkhorn in their white uniforms with red letters and numbers. That pass fed down low into the corner. It goes to Bertucci. Bertucci drives. That one blocked away by Ben Ehlers. And Aiden McDowell slowing the tempo, playing it smart, but crosses up Bertucci, nearly gets by him. Over to Mason Crumless at the top of the key, defended by Comstock. Over into the corner, it goes to Jebby Gardner. Jebby Gardner driving hard right, back out to Ben Ehlers for three. He got it! And he shows the three-point sign to the crowd. Ehlers with 10 points, or 8 points on the day, and he shouts, let's go, on the crowd. Here's Luke Howard. Howard takes a little contact off the back from Jebby Gardner. Finds it down low. Back out, and Gardner steals that one away. Throws it up ahead. A great eyes up in high IQ play down the court. And he finds Kenner Svitvak. Jabbing Gardner with the assist. Wow. A beautiful play. Keeping your eyes up down the court. That's how you do it, folks. That's the basic fundamentals. Foul against Mason Crumless. That is his third foul. But a little something. I actually almost got hit there. Gardner went to go save the ball. He kept himself in play. Thank God, or my laptop would have to suffer. And he looks up, finds Svitvak, and Svitvak takes contact and actually had to pull his right arm back to create space to even have a chance at the shot. Nate Roberts checks back in for Elkhorn. Into the corner, gives it back, and an and one. Count it. In the corner for Ethan Youngtum. A chance for a 4-point play, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Elkhorn at 3:33 left to go here in the third quarter. Crete now only leads 45-28. Elkhorn, and more specifically Ethan Youngtum, with a chance for a 3-point play. Justice Gardner checking back in after the foul was committed on Drew Hemming. That's his third foul. And he gets that one to go. He converts the 4-point play. Audric Bemmel checking in for Elkhorn. Bemmel getting his first action on the day, possibly for some defense. That one nearly taken away by Charlie Lamsky of Elkhorn, as Justice Gardner was looking way up ahead across the court. He was in the near left corner, almost near that left wing, and went cross court right to where the head coach for Crete is standing. And Lamsky almost had to keep 2 feet in, but it's not football where you can run out of bounds and keep it in play. You actually have to stay in play. Driving is Jevin Gardner to the left side. That's been his strong suit, starting on the left side and going to the left, which you really wouldn't think, crossing the sides of the court. But you know what? Jevin Gardner does Jevin Gardner. Driving left, and he traveled there, took an extra step with his right foot, and Elkhorn retains possession. They trail 45-29 with 3:05 to go here in the third. Again, Elkhorn this half going right to left, Crete going left to right. And Crete fans, they're in much discontent with that call, to say the least. Student section's a little more accepting. How rare is that? Here's Luke Howard at the top of the key, working right. And there's Bemmel's first touch. He nearly traveled, finds Howard. Howard with a jump stop, shoots that one far off the rim. Roberts with the rebound. Roberts with the rebound, put it up off the miss, and that actually created the opportunity for Charlie Lamsky to have a chance to go to the line off the rebound. He was fouled on the put-back attempt. Lamsky with his first point possibility here for the night. No points, but 4 rebounds. First free throws up for Lamsky, and that goes in and out. 45-29, 2:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Second attempt set to come here. Kenner's fit back, checks out. Jabbing Gardner checks back in. Gardner with 8 points. There's Lamsky. The free throw. Got it. 1 point for Charlie Lamsky. Cuts it to a 15-point deficit, 45-30 the score. 2:50 left to go here. And Justice Gardner barely gets it in time. Looking up ahead over to Jabbing Gardner off the feed from McDowell. He's driving, and the easy right-handed layup floats up over the middle. It's no good, and it's knocked out of play by Crete themselves. It was a smart play in the corner. Aiden McDowell went to the short pass over to Justice Gardner in the far left corner. He was trapped, found McDowell, and immediately Jabbing Gardner ran right up as the rim runner. Had a great chance for a layup, and that the ball kind of just sat up there awkwardly. Ben Ehlers coming out of this one for Crete. Might be a uniform issue. Mason Crumless checking in with 3 personal fouls. Just has a bit of cut on his knee. You can't play when there is blood. So, Ehlers checks out. Crumless back in. Howard with the ball at the top of the key. Cade Matthews actually missed. Or actually, Audric Bemmel missed on the screen there. Justice Gardner fights through the contract of Audric Bemmel, and many Crete were calling for a foul there. Finds McDowell in the near right corner. McDowell back out over to Crumless. Crumless in the right wing. Feeds it down low. There's Eggy. Eggy kicks it back out to Justice. Justice over to Jabbin. Jabbin with a spin move on Young Tum. Finds Justice in the corner. No good off the backside of the rim, and rebounded by Roberts. Here's Roberts running. And a charge. Jabbin Gardner takes the contact. And that's a foul against Nate Roberts. That's his first on the game. And with 2 minutes to go into the third, that was pivotal. And that play might allow Crete a chance to extend their lead to a possible 20-point lead before this quarter is over. Again, they need 5 points to do that. Crumless checking out. Ehlers checking back in. Elkhorn is not like the referee's call there, but at the end of the day, the stripes are right. Ehlers takes contact from Audric Bemmel, and the foul called there against Bemmel. That's Bemmel's first foul with 1:54 to go here. That's the 14th foul on Elkhorn this half. Inbounds play for Ehlers. Finds Justice Gardner back over to Ehlers. It was a quick give and go. Ehlers driving, gets his own rebound, but loses it there. Yeah, Ehlers had a great opportunity. He drove it hard to the left. Actually took a bit of contact. That one could have gone either way in terms of fouls. But nonetheless, here's Luke Howard with 1:41 left to go here in the third. Feeds it inside over to Roberts into the corner. It finds Young Tum for 3. Young Tum is about the only scorer that can get it done for Elkhorn. I mean, there's no surprise there. Here's just Jabbin Gardner running quickly with the ball. Any way they can get Young Tum involved is going to be helpful. Here's Eggy. Eggy in the corner. Driving hard on Comstock. Puts it up and one. Count it. Trace Eggy with a chance for a 3-point conversion at the line. Luke Howard came over for help defense. Colin Comstock did a good job of forcing him to the baseline on the right side, but Luke Howard came over from that far side for a bit of assistance and initiated a little too much contact as Eggy converts the and one. Eggy with 6 points on the afternoon, 1:19 left to go here in the third quarter. 48-33, Crete leads Elkhorn. Both teams with 5 team fouls apiece. Still, now it's a 2-3 zone for Crete. Here's Young Tum for 3. That one airballed. It looked good from the start, but he slipped on the shot as Howard nearly has the takeaway and does finish the steal. And a pushing foul against Crete. That one goes against Justice Gardner. That's his first personal foul. That's the team's 6th foul. And Crete doesn't like that call. Here's Elkhorn with 50 seconds and counting to go, 48-33 over to Roberts. Finds it in the corner of the Comstock. Comstock wanted Youngtum inside, and that one is tipped away and taken back by Youngtum, and Youngtum with the steal. Youngtum is heading to the line. Or should be at least. No, that's Crete. Waiting on a call here. Actually, it'll be an inbounds play underneath for Elkhorn. Youngtum gets the steal. Jabba Gardner also picks up his 4th rebound in that sequence. Popping back out is Youngtum. Jump stop, driving through contact, off the glass and in. This is the Ethan Youngtum show for Elkhorn. 32 seconds and counting, 48-35. Can Elkhorn get it within a 10-point lead before the end of the third quarter? There's no shot clock. Here's Jabby Gardner. Back out to Ben Ehlers. Back over to Ben Ehlers off the feed from Kenner Svitback. Ehlers looking left, has the smaller Howard on him. Svitback with Lamsky defending at the top of the key after working right. Looks left. Has Ehlers. Ehlers with Howard on him, the smaller defender. A beautiful cut by McDowell. It's no good, and it's taken away by Lansky. Lansky has Youngtum at the buzzer. No good for the air ball in the final, or not the final score, but the score, we'll say, heading in to the fourth quarter. It is 48-35. Crete leads Elkhorn. Again, you're listening to this presentation of high school boys basketball, the NSAA Boys High School State Championships on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Crete Cardinals are 8 minutes away from pulling off the upset. They lead Elkhorn 48-35. This fourth quarter play commences here. Here's Aiden McDowell. McDowell, top of the key over to the right wing. As over to Macy Crumless. Crumless over to Jevin Gardner. Gardner over to McDowell. McDowell stops, pops, mid-range, got it. Aiden McDowell with 13 points on the afternoon, and with 7.5 minutes to go, it's a 15-point lead, 50-35. The score here again, Elkhorn going right to left, Crete going left to right. Bertucci off the screen. Roberts draws the foul, and that goes against Javin Gardner. Second of the half, first against Gardner. Roberts heads to the free throw line as that is the seventh. That is the seventh team foul against Crete. There's the shot. No good by Roberts. Rebounded by Ehlers. Crete working their way up. Here's Ehlers at the right wing. Thought about going left, picks up his dribble, goes right over to Gardner. Jabin Gardner has that one taken away by Youngtum. Here's Youngtum with his second steal, and it was a double dribble against Youngtum as he lost a bit of control, and Jabin Gardner patting his chest, saying, my bad, I rushed it. And Aiden McDowell's telling him, it's okay, we're good, slow down, don't worry about it. Gardner over to McDowell. 7:11 left to go here in the fourth. Crete leads Elkhorn 50-35. Driving is McDowell, spins around, has that one taken away. It's stolen by Bertucci. Bertucci over to Comstock. Comstock fights through the contact, Does not get that one up to go, and it's rebounded by Svitvak. Svitvak fighting through contact, and he's taken down on the play by Charlie Lamsky, and Lamsky is livid that foul's against him. He thought it was a jump ball call. Cole Peterson checking back in for Elkhorn, and Lamsky refuses to believe that that's a foul against him. But nonetheless, it's Crete ball with 6:54 left to go here in the fourth quarter, 50-35. And McDowell falls on the play. That's a travel. He just slipped. And the officials are going to gather here at center court. They might have not. And they're going to give Crete the timeout. They said Crete called a 30-second timeout. And if Elkhorn student section and fans could be more upset with that, well, believe me, they are. Elkhorn is down 2 timeouts. Crete finally takes their first timeout. Again, how about the performance from Aiden McDowell? 13 points, an assist, a rebound, a steal. Jabin Gardner, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist and a steal. They've done a great job locking up the top, especially since they switched to a 2-3 zone. Again, 30-second timeout here for Crete. Again, their first of their game. Clock stops at 6:51. Both teams break their huddles. Again, Scott Catholic defeated Bennington 56-40. Winner of this game goes on to face Scott tomorrow at 1:30 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Inbounds play for Ehlers. Ehlers throws that one off the back of the rim, or off the back of the backboard, and it was deflected, though. It was such a slight deflection by Roberts. It was a bit of an optical illusion, to say the least. Here's Jabin Gardner. Gardner, double teamed, fights through Roberts and Comstock. Elkhorn wanted to travel there, but he breaks the press, gets it up to Crumless, who crosses the timeline. Over to McDowell. In the corner, it goes to Svitvak. Svitvak, back out to Gardner. Jabin Gardner, out over to Ehlers. Ehlers at the top of the key, defended by Youngtum. Youngtum with bad defense, and that allows the and one for Ehlers. Ehlers, a plus finish. Fourth foul against Cole Peterson, and Ethan Youngtum was caught lacking on the defensive end, and all he really did was just extend a finger, hoping that somehow would jar the ball loose. And if you know anything about basketball, folks, it takes more than just a finger to jar the basketball loose. He lets him get by, and that forces Cole Peterson to put his body on the line, and he causes him to pick up his fourth foul. Ben Ehlers converts the and one. Ehlers with 11 points on the afternoon. Here comes Comstock. Comstock loses the ball momentarily, nearly taken away by Gardner. It's fed inside. Good cut by Berducci, and Berducci converts there. 53-37 the score here with 6:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Crumless with the ball. Crumless looks cross-side over to Gardner. Gardner on the far left side crosses the tie line over to Ehlers. Ehlers at the three-point line, the left wing on the right side. Ehlers nearly fouled, looks inside. Crumless with the easy finish. It's no good, and rebounded by Peterson. Peterson with his third rebound, no points on the day. It's brought up by Youngtum. In the corner goes to Berducci. Berducci back out to Youngtum. Youngtum defended there on the play. Again, still a 2-3 defense for Crete. Air ball on the play, rebounded by Roberts. Youngtum wide open for three. He's been locked in there. No good. Ball nearly goes in. It's a rebound there for Peterson, rebound for Roberts as well. So 2 chances here as Peterson needs to convert these free throws to edge their team back into this one as they trail by 16 as that one spins out at 5:40 left to go here. It's a 53-37 ball game. Crete leads Elkhorn. Justice Gardner checking in for Mason Crumless. Peterson goes 0 for 2 at the line. It's rebounded by Svitvak. Svitvak out over to Ehlers, over to Justice, back to Jabin. Jabin had Justice down low, back out over to Ben Ehlers. Ehlers over to Svitvak, out to McDowell. Jabin nearly picked up the right foot there, defended by Cole Peterson, working to his left, going to his right, dribbling, finds McDowell on the wing. McDowell driving, finds Justice, 4-3. No good. Rebounded by Ehlers, nearly had to put back in the air. 2 rebounds and got it. Hey, 3 times the charm for Ben Ehlers. 2 rebounds there. That's 5 rebounds on the day. And he adds 13 points to his name as well. That one taken away by Spitvak. And a clear path foul as Gardner was wide open for a dunk. And McDowell grinning. He feels that his team has this one locked up. Nate Roberts with his second personal foul, and it is ruled a clear path foul. Again, off the steal, Jabin Gardner was wide open for Duncan, was fouled from behind. Gardner misses the free throw. Again, no one at the line. Everyone has to stand behind half court. Second free throw. Got it. 9 points for Jabin Gardner. And Crete also maintains possession. Roberts checks out. So does Spitvak. Elkhorn takes a timeout here. That's their third timeout. And it's a full timeout. And with that, I will take a timeout here. Again, Crete leads Elkhorn 56-37 with exactly 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to High School Hoops on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Five minutes left in the fourth quarter. Crete up by 19, hoping to pull off the upset to go on to face Scott Catholic tomorrow here at 1:30 for the Class B semifinal. McDowell on the right wing with the ball for Crete. Off the clear path foul by Nate Roberts. And Jabin Gardner converted 1 for 2 at the line, and they also retained possession. Here's Eggy. Eggy cross court over to Ehlers. Ehlers working inside, has that one poked away on the play by Youngton. Youngton with the ball driving through the lane, off the backboard and in. And the contact. Count it. $17 points for Youngton. Foul against Ben Ehlers. That's his third personal foul. And it's the team's 9th. So Elkhorn one foul drawn away from being in the double bonus. Free throws up and good for Youngton. Inbounds played by Ehlers, fakes left, goes right over to McDowell. McDowell in the near right corner, nearly has that taken away, throws it up ahead. That one's turned over. But Peterson had a chance, and his own teammate ran into him, and it's a wide open layup for Trace Eggy. That could not have gotten easier. Howard driving through the lane, goes through contact, out to Comstock for 3. Got it. 58-43 with 4:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 15-point game. Comstock with a critical 3, but you wonder what could have been if Cole Peterson didn't run into his own teammate. Howard with a near jump ball on Gardner, and finally, with high intensity on the defensive side of the ball for Elkhorn, Luke Howard is able to regain possession for the Antlers, going up to the 6'6" Jabin Gardner and forcing the jump ball play. Official stops play here momentarily as there is a bit of a wet spot on the court. We're waiting to see what it is. They have to dry it up. Maybe a broken contact is what some of the people are saying around. Does it look like there was plastic on the ground? We'll be able to tell really fast if it's a contact issue. Contact lens. Yes, there was contact, but Trace Eggy laughing on the bench, wondering what happened there. Here's Luke Howard. Luke Howard on the right wing on the left side of the court. Finds it over to Youngtum. Tum inside, backing down to the left side. The lefty kicks it out to Bertucci. Bertucci driving, nearly has to take it away, back out to Youngtum. Double teamed on this 2-3 zone. He's in no man's land, gets through the contact. Air ball on the play, rebounded by Justice Gardner. Justice Gardner pushing the tempo up to Jabin. Jabin taken out of midair. And that is waiting to see the ruling. He just fell on the ground, and it's a turnover. He went for the jump stop and fell. It's a travel on the play. Mason Crumless checking back in for Crete. Bit of an odd sequence of events with 3.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 58-43 the lead. Crete is up on Elkhorn. Inbounds play. Over to Luke Howard. Luke Howard over to the left side. Finds Comstock working his way around the top of the paint. Backs out to the top of the key. Over to Dylan Bertucci. Bertucci over to Comstock. Comstock inside. To Youngton. Youngtum. Back out to Howard. Howard completely airballs. Youngtum with the near rebound. And he was not able to get a handle on it initially. It squeaks through his hands. And Kenner Spitback able to gain possession for the Crete Cardinals with 3:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. And a foul committed on the play. Ethan Roberts checking in for Cole Peterson. And that's Cole Peterson's fifth. And he is done. The junior, if this result holds out, he is, in theory, done for the year. Final game with 5 fouls. Not the game Peterson wanted had. 5 fouls, 4 rebounds, and a steal. On the year was averaging 7 points a game and 5 rebounds. Is that free throw's no good by Spitback. 3:12 to go here, 58-43 lead. Comstock pushing the tempo at the left wing, hesitates, goes back out to the top of the key, dribbling around, into the corner over to Howard. Howard double teamed and guarded there by Jim Gardner. Comstock feeds inside to Roberts and a reach and foul. That's going against Ben Ehlers. That is his 4th personal foul. Yeah, Ehlers just reached around Roberts, and Roberts has been, not that he's obviously directly impacting those plays, but the size of Roberts, it forces defenders to reach around him. He's tall and lengthy. And for someone even like Ben Ehlers, and Ehlers is pretty tall at 6'6", you know, he's not as long as the 6'5" Roberts, as Roberts puts down his 2nd point on the day. 2 points off of 2 free throws. Spitback checks out. Back in is Mason Crumless. 2:58 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Roberts' 2nd free throw off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound and saved by Comstock. 2nd chance opportunity for Elkhorn. Fights through contact off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Bertucci. Can they capitalize on these 2 offensive rebounds? Youngtum nearly has it taken away and nearly stepped out of bounds, but the foul goes against Jabin Gardner. That's his 2nd. And Gardner, he was doing a good job of facing toward the baseline, forcing him that direction. But, you know, with 2:42 left to go in the fourth quarter, you're trying to advance to the semifinals. You're going to be a little more aggressive on that, and that's where Gardner had the foul called against him. Youngtum again, his 4th free throw made. 19 points for Ethan Youngtum. Can he get 20? You bet. Season average on the year is 17.1, so he's way above that. Gardner to McDowell. Has Crumless over the middle, gets past the timeline, feeds it down to Ehlers. It was a great attempt, knocked away. Knocked away here by Elkhorn. They are running in transition. Here's Comstock. Comstock over to Roberts. Roberts back to Comstock. Comstock driving, Euro step, floating through and gliding. And one. Holy moly. And Ben Ehlers has just fouled out for Crete. His day is done. It's a 10-point game. Yes, I can count. 58-48 with 2:20 left to go here. This one's not over, folks. Elkhorn keeps fighting. Ehlers is done. And a beautiful and one on the play created by Comstock. Comstock fake left, went right, did a Euro step, and literally scooped his hands in the air as that is rebounded off the miss by Crumless. And Crumless has the foul drawn against Ethan Youngtum. That's Youngtum's fourth. If Elkhorn loses Youngtum, their chances of winning go way down. Kenner Spit back, set to check back in for Crete. And this, like I said, this one is all but over. It comes down to the free throw game. Can Mason Crumless knock these 2 free throws down to help put this one out of reach? And that's a yes. That's half a yes to my question. The other half is set to be answered here as he makes that first free throw. 2:18 left here in the fourth, 59-48. Both teams with 10 fouls. Crete leads. And Crumless nails both those free throws. 30-second timeout here. And this one's taken by Crete. So they've used both their 30-second timeouts. Elkhorn has 2 timeouts. Crete has 3 left. Again, winner of this match takes on Scott Catholic tomorrow after they had a 56-40 win over Bennington just a couple of hours ago. Crete breaks their huddle in confidence again. Ben Ehlers has fouled out of this one. His day is done. Elkhorn still in their huddle, putting their final plans together for one last attack. And again, Cole Peterson has fouled out for Elkhorn, so it'll be the Nate Roberts show from here on out to replace Cole Peterson. Again, 20 points for Ethan Youngtum. Here's Bertucci on the left wing. Back over to Howard at the top of the key. Howard driving, jump stops at the free throw line. Back out to Comstock for 3, and he will shoot 3 free throws at the free throw line as he was fouled on the shot. The shot no good, but has a chance. Hey, you know what? A lot of people did not probably think with a 19-point lead for Crete that this one has a chance to hit single digits in the final 2 minutes and 7 seconds. But, well, it does. First free throw for Comstock, good as gold. Second free throw here. First one was good as gold. And that one is not as shiny as silver as he misses the second free throw. Checking out is Kenner Spit back. Back in is Justice Gardner. Third and final free throw for Comstock here. Can he at least get 2 to make up for a field goal, and does just that. Aiden McDowell back, Charlie Lansky back in for Elkhorn. Luke Howard takes a seat. Again, you're going for more height here on the defensive end. Here's McDowell trapped in the corner by Roberts and Comstock. And Jabin Gardner, 1 for 2 at the line today, is fouled there. That one goes against Charlie Lansky. Second personal foul on Lansky. Gardner shooting 2 at the line again. Double bonus for both teams. That one, it looked like it would go in, and then it didn't. He misses the first free throw as that one rolled off the front of the rim and stayed up there for an eternity. 60-50 is the score here. 2:02 left to play here in the fourth. Next touch will get us under 2 minutes as Gardner nails that free throw. That's his second free throw made on the day. It's an 11-point lead, 61-50. 2:01 and 2 minutes exactly left here in this game. Here's Howard. Howard checks back in. You want the speed for the offense, but you bring in Charlie Lansky for the defensive height. Comstock trying to penetrate this 2-3 defense at the top of the key. But Crumless and Gardner just too much as that three-pointer is no good by Youngtum. Rebounded up play by Comstock. Comstock can't bank that one in. It's no good. And rebounded by McDowell. And McDowell is fouled by Youngtum. Or actually, that's Luke Howard. And Luke Howard actually told Youngtum to back off there, as that would have been Youngtum's 5th personal foul. And for Youngtum, the senior, that's the last thing you want. So great heads-up, high-Q play by the junior Luke Howard. This sends Mason Crumless to the line. Crumless makes the first free throw. All his points are at the free throw line. He has 3 free throws, made 3 points. Directed traffic in the backcourt as none of his teammates are in the front court at all. They are all behind the timeline. 2 for 2 at the line. 2 points there. It's a 13-point lead for Crete, 63-50. 1:31 left to go here in this game. That one tipped out of play by Mason Crumless, and Crumless got such a slight touch on it that he actually had a chance to go and save it, but the ball started to go behind the bench, and that would have been a tough keep-in. Here's Comstock. Comstock driving through, takes contact and lays that one up and in. Colin Comstock not giving up. Elkhorn takes another timeout. And with this timeout, they are trailing 63-52 to Crete, and with 1:21 the clock stops. Again, you are listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese Beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
.121 and counting left to go here in the fourth. Justice Gardner double teamed in the corner. Crete struggling to break the press of Elkhorn. And it's a timeout in favor of Crete. And this one's a full timeout. And we'll send it back for a quick break. Really quickly, 1:13 left to go here in this one. 63-52. Crete leads Elkhorn. You're listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Back here, 1:13 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Inbounds play by Mason Crumless. Crumless looking left, looking right, nearly got it in. Barely got it in, I should say. Justice Gardner over to Jabin Gardner. Gardner fouled by Charlie Lamsky there. That's Lamsky's third personal foul. It's a 63-52 ball game with 1:09 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Foul against Lamsky. Missed free throw there by Jabin Gardner. Luke Howard checking back in. So, folks, with the substitutions for Elkhorn, the only substitution they're really doing is when they foul at the offensive line, Luke Howard's coming in to play some offense, add that quick speed and versatility as Gardner misses both his free throws at the line. Then they bring in Charlie Lamsky for heightened defense to possibly take the ball away. Here's Howard. 1 minute exactly left to go here in possibly Elkhorn's season. Can Crete move on to face Scott Catholic? Stay tuned for the final 56 seconds. Here goes Comstock. Comstock driving through the lane, floats it up in off the backboard, and wow, I don't know how he got that one to go. It's a 9-point game, 63-54. Wow. And with 51 seconds to go, there was literally no room for Comstock to go. He started at the right elbow, took 2 huge steps, contact in the air, and somehow, in some way, got that to go. That's Mason Crumless's 4th foul, excuse me. The board said 5 for a second, and he converts the and one. Colin Comstock, have yourself a day. Inbounds play over to Aiden McDowell. McDowell over to Crumless. Crumless nearly has it taken away, and foul against Nate Roberts. Or actually, they will call that against Comstock. That's his 3rd personal foul. Shooting 2 at the line for the double bonus is Mason Crumless. Crumless makes the first. Kenners Fittbach back in for Crete. And that one's no good. 64-55, 45 seconds and counting. Here's Howard. Howard over to Youngtum. Youngtum spins through the lane, floats that one off the backboard, and bounces in. 35 seconds to go. It's 64-57. It's a 7-point game. Here's the inbound for Justice Gardner. Justice Gardner floats that in, nearly tipped away by Youngtum. And Youngtum had a great chance at it, tips it out. Ball moves up the court into the backcourt on the positive side for Crete. So Crete in better position, but they have the whole backcourt if they want to run around and waste about 10 seconds, 28.9 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, 64-57. Crete leads. McDowell trapped in the backcourt by Bertucci. Bertucci has the take foul. McDowell heads to the line for 2 free throws. Second personal on Bertucci. That one in and out. Well, I'll say this. If there's any lesson for Crete, it's make their free throws. This game could have been over a lot sooner if they just made the free throws, because then you don't force Elkhorn to keep fouling and keeping them in the game. And 2 misses there from Aiden McDowell. 7-point game, 25 seconds to go. Here's Luke Howard. Luke Howard working his way over the top of the key. And contact made at the top. Jabin Gardner called for the foul. And it's 2 shots for Dylan Bertucci. These are big free throws, folks. This could get it within 5 points, 21.5 seconds. As Gardner wanted to fight through the Bertucci screen, and he just plowed through Dylan Bertucci. 21.5 seconds. That's Gardner's 4th personal foul, and Bertucci misses the free throw. Whoa. And folks, I'll say it, when you're going to basketball camp in 8th grade and 7th grade, they always have these free throw challenges, and they make you shoot free throws. It's for moments like these. Bertucci goes 1 for 2 at the line. Something's better than nothing, but it's a 6-point deficit. And that ball tips off, and it's thrown away by Crete. Miscommunication by Mason Crumless and Jamin Gardner. Holy smokes, folks. This is getting interesting. Trace Eggy out of the game. Kenners Fittbach back in. Inbounding down low is Luke Howard. The referee over at the scores table. Waiting on an official ruling. Thumbs up are good for the referees. Luke Howard set to inbound under zone basket. They trail by 6, 21.4 seconds to go here. A 3 is pivotal. Coming around the screen is Comstock. Comstock in the near left corner. It's out to Youngtum. Youngtum has that tipped away by Fittbach. Fittbach does a good job of coming cross court and getting his hand in the passing lane. That was his right hand as he came from left to right across the court. Kept his eyes between the passer and his attacker, as I like to say, for the offensive end. Here's Comstock coming around. It's going to be a deep 3. Possibility, the crossover, it's tipped away. Here's Crete with a possibility. The ball around. No one's touching it. 12 seconds and counting. Howard has to throw it up. It's a 3. Here's Youngtum. Just chucks up a shot. No good. Off the side of the rim. Howard, it's tipping, and he's fouled on the play by Kenners Fittbach. And with 5 seconds to go, Elkhorn did not even get a quality shot up. The ball was tipped. It was rolling around for probably a good 6 to 7 seconds. Howard's free throw is good. Pivotal free throws. It's a 5-point game. .2 seconds to go here. Crete leading 64-59. Elkhorn with 1 timeout. Crete with 2 timeouts. Both teams with 10 fouls. The high arcing free throw. It's missed on purpose. Rebounded on the play by Crumless. And with 4 seconds exactly to go, Crumless will head to the line with a 5-point lead. He can ice it here, folks. Elkhorn on their heels and Crete on their feet. Mason Crumless, all his points have come from the free throw line tonight. 4 free throws made. Could it be a 5th? You bet. Mason Crumless looks to his bench, gives a nod, probably saying, I got this. Second free throw, nailed it. That's 6 points for Mason Crumless. Elkhorn takes their final timeout. And this one is a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here. 66-59 is the score. 4 seconds to go. Crete is just 4 seconds away from going to the semifinal and pulling off the upset, being the 5 seed to possibly beat the 4 seed. Everyone was talking about Elkhorn North and how it would just be a matter of time before they would go up against Scott Catholic in the semifinals. But, folks, Crete fought. They were labeled as a dark horse, but still people did not give them the respect they deserved, and they showed why. They're ready to defend. They're ready to score. Their coaching is ready to come up with plans to completely discombobulate any opponent up ahead. But before they can do any of that, there is 4 seconds left in this ball game. Crete Confident has broken their huddle, and Elkhorn has just broken their huddle. Possibly the final 4 seconds of the season for Elkhorn. They have no timeouts. I cannot even fathom how quick of a bucket this one would have to be. But it's a 7-point deficit. And Elkhorn takes the layup from Youngtum. And the clock runs out. Elkhorn's done it. The 5 seed is moving on. They defeat Elkhorn 66-61 to advance to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon in Class B to face Omaha Scott Catholic. Wow, what a display of complete basketball by the Crete Cardinals tonight. Hey, you know what? They might have not made their free throws down the stretch and let this one get a little more closer than they would have liked to for their own comfort. But at the end of the day, defense and offense, you put them together and you give a complete, wholesome performance on both ends. This is what happens. Your fight song plays in the background. They send Elkhorn North home. Elkhorn North finishes the year 18-8, or Elkhorn, not Elkhorn North, just Elkhorn, normal Elkhorn. The Antlers finish their season 18-8. Crete finishes this match and adds to their record of 19-6. They go for win number 20 tomorrow. We're going to send it back to the studio for a minute, and then we'll bring it back for a quick post-game wrap-up. Again, you're listening to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The final in this Class B quarterfinal here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Crete Cardinals take down the Elkhorn Antlers 66-61. The 5 seed pulls up the upset, takes down the 4-seeded Antlers, and they will head on to face Omaha Skutt Catholic tomorrow at 1:30. Again, Skutt Catholic coming off of a win, defeating Bennington 56-40. Again, Josh Lilly here. I've been on the call with you this afternoon. First of all, shout out to Austin Orman doing a great job in the studio. Thanks for all your help. Shout out to Nick Sainert. He's got one heck of a voice to just power through what he's done last week and this week. So thank you again for the ticket and everyone at NSAA for making this possible. Well, Aiden McDowell and Jabin Gardner completely ran the show for Crete. McDowell finished with 13 points. Gardner finished with 10 points. And how about Ben Ehlers? Ehlers fouled out. But you know what? 13 points and 5 rebounds went a long way. For Elkhorn, Luke Howard, the starting point guard, only 5 points. Connor Comstack with 3 threes for 9 points, or actually 4 threes for 12 points. And Ethan Youngtum ended this one with 22 points, their leading scorer for Elkhorn. The bottom line is Crete. And, you know, obviously when you win, 24 points apiece for Colin Comstock and Ethan Youngtum. Again, when you talk about a complete performance, everyone brings it up in a win. You sound like a broken record and I probably sound like a broken record too right now bringing it up, but you know what? Crete played 2 different style of defenses today. They ran a 1-3-1 in the first half and a 2-3 zone in the second half. I mean, what can Elkhorn do in that situation? They're expecting a 1-3-1 the whole game after really being suffocated on it in the first half. And then a 2-3 zone comes out and they give them different looks. But shout out to Jabin Gardner, Aiden McDowell, and occasionally Kenner Svitbach for just hounding the point guards up top for Elkhorn. That would be Luke Howard and Colin Comstock, as they barely allowed any penetration into the paint. They forced Elkhorn to shoot the 3, and Elkhorn did not shoot the 3 very well. And on the offensive end, it was the ball movement. They worked the ball inside. A lot of motion offense, just screen and replacings for Crete. And it's simple stuff like that that propelled them to this win today. Again, Crete advances to 19-6 on the year and takes on Omaha Skutt Catholic tomorrow at 1:30 for a Class B semifinal matchup. Elkhorn drops to 18-8 on the year, and their season is done. Again, thank you so much for tuning into this presentation of the NSAA High School Boys Basketball Class B quarterfinal between Crete and Elkhorn. Again, your final 66-61. Crete defeats Elkhorn here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. For Josh Lill and Austin Orman back in the studio, thank you for all your attention. Nick Sainert's got you the rest of the way. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your afternoon. You've been listening to High School Basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to